was
Alex,
a good
I think
intro.
that's your cue.
That was your cue, Alex.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lagtastic with Max.
Today we're doing round 2 of the Garry's World War.
Finally, enough.
Yeah.
Because we're basically doing
I'm in
this
Hull.
because we were bored.
Yeah. You know the rules. It was in the last episode. If you haven't got the last episode, link in the description below, or you can just.
Why would they have the last episode? I think only you have the last episode.
Shut up,
It's an illegal YouTube downloader.
Alex. Okay, you ready? You know the rules. Everybody go to their specific corner. Shotgun this one.
Shotgun this one. Actually, sniper rifle this one.
You're only allowed to use the physics gun for the first 5 minutes we have.
Yeah, to set the base. Then after, no physics guns.
Right.
Yeah.
Shall I time the?
I'll time it. I've got a watch. I'll time it. Okay, you ready?
No.
3,
I built a bomb.
2,
I built a bomb, especially
1.
this
5 minutes has started. Physics
Go.
guns are allowed.
Right, go.
Okay, I know what I'm doing.
I don't.
Ah, my buses!
Keep spawning stuff in, thinking it's going to be huge, and it's like the size of a finger.
The bigger it is on the thingy, the smaller it is in the game.
Yeah, you're gonna spawn it in thinking it's massive, but it's actually the size of Alex's penis.
Oh, it's pretty big then.
No, pretty small.
Yeah, guys.
What?
I'm gonna build a house, but I'm gonna make it all on fire.
Oh, okay.
God.
I'm gonna call it House.
Can I set this
fire.
rock on fire? Oh,
House de le burn.
I set a rock on
Right, I'm
fire.
safe. Nobody can get me.
Oh god, you just know.
You just got a rock.
Who is?
Oh right, yeah. Of course, the wooden table does sort of get a bit damaged if you set it on. If you set it alight.
Yeah, I'm safe. Nobody can get to me.
Is he just underground?
No, it's probably
I made
no clip somewhere.
first off, I made my rocks pink, and now they're on fire.
Lovely.
Oh! I nearly killed myself. Oh, I'm not on 100 health.
I'm not on 100 health.
You can spawn in health givers, can't you?
What are health givers?
Shall we say, you know, you could heal, and I mean sometimes you might accidentally go. up
Don't
to
you get
100
bouncy balls, and if you right click on them or something?
Yeah, but don't deliberately. Let's say you can heal.
How
You
do
know,
you get health from a
listen.
bouncy ball?
Listen, sometimes you might accidentally go up to say 105, but don't deliberately go over 100.
How do you get health from a bouncy ball?
So I'm
Press
not
it.
allowed to spawn in loads
Press
of balls
what?
that will get me past 1,000.
No,
Oh,
because
you
otherwise you can just spend the whole 5 minutes spawning those in, then you'd be unkillable.
Not necessarily.
And it'd be a bit boring. So try not to deliberately go above 100.
I'm at 100.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody can get me. My base is on fire.
Nobody
Yeah,
can
don't-
get me because I'm surrounded by buses.
Oh, I can't get buses on fire. Oh, I need some concrete barriers.
Are you using buses as well, Zach?
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
I'm gonna put down a lovely table with
Which
a
is
TV
about
on
to
it.
catch fire, probably.
How did you know?
Because it's you, Alex. What do you expect?
Oh, complete pyro, baby.
Ah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, guys,
How
at
do
my
you get
house.
helicopters? Oh, don't worry. You're not allowed to use unbreakable stuff, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know.
What should I have? Oh, an eye scanner. Oh, that's tiny. I'll put on that.
Yeah.
Ignite. Ah, I'm on fire. Ignite.
Let's have a soda can.
Actually, let's extinguish that because my frame rate. Oh no, it hasn't. It's just dropped.
I have a soda can. Let's set it
Um,
alight. Look at my base.
I'm making a bit of a noise.
Can anyone see my base?
No, I don't really want to. Let me fly up and get a crossbow. Yours is the one with the rocks around it.
No, mine's the one.
That's
on
Max's.
Mine's
Yeah.
fire.
Oh, yours is that's Tyler's one because there's buses surrounded by. I don't even know. There's just immense fire.
Is there a bit of fire, do you reckon?
We're in Tyler's base. We're in
Who
your
just
base.
crashed into me?
It's probably Alex.
What? No, I'm over here in my base. Look, see it.
Ah, that's a
Okay.
good idea. Nobody come over to mine because I'm doing a bit of engineering.
Okay, we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I've gone.
I should probably start spawning in some guns.
Oh, you can't take damage when you're in a chair, can you?
Nope.
Good.
Oh.
I'm just gonna sit in a chair all the time.
We can remove the chair with the remover tool.
No, you're not allowed to use that though.
Oh yeah. Good point. There's a ice cream van outside my house at the moment.
Listen. There you go. Insight into the daily life. Famous YouTubers.
There's an ice cream van outside my house.
You know, just
Casually.
everyone loves ice cream.
Especially Alex. Every day.
AK-47, biatch.
Okay, we have 45 seconds remaining.
What?
45 seconds remaining.
Shit, son. Shit, fuck.
Where's the removal tool? Are we not allowed to use the removal tool?
No.
Can we use it on our own stuff?
Yeah. Obviously. Come on.
Jesus, man.
What ammo
I-
do you need?
Siminov's ammo.
It really doesn't make any sense to me.
It does.
There's only one kind of ammo.
Why is there a
so-
helicopter covered with dynamite?
Shut up! I'll just get all of the ammo.
Right, how long we got left, Zach?
10, 9, 8, 7,
Get ammo. Get ammo.
6,
Alright, I'm
5,
prepared.
4, 3,
I'm not.
2,
1 second. Ah.
1. War begin. War begin.
Yeah. I'm abandoning the nest. Like, fuck this house.
Hehehe.
Why is my mouse so unsensitive? I can't.
Whoa!
Sticky keys! Sticky keys! Sticky keys! Sticky keys! Sticky keys! Shit. Oh shit! Gary's blood! No. Ah! The mouse! What the hell is that?
Alex, turn off no clip and physics gun.
How do you get rid of a gun? You know, like when you were Siminov, how do you get rid of it?
Oh yeah. So let me turn off PvP damage.
Max, how do you get rid of it?
What?
You know when you, how do you change a gun?
Hold down E and click.
Oh,
When
right.
you die, you can fly back and have a look. Don't know whose house this is. I'm about to pay a less friendly visit.
I can't change gun.
Hold down E and click.
Who's going round the McLaren?
There we go.
Don't know who that was.
Did you just kill him?
I ran them over. Oh shit, I come back for
You
more.
ran
Don't
him over.
Sort of. Oh, Insurgency weapons for Gmod 13. It's great damage. Just let me, No, I did it. Did I do it?
I don't like this car.
Should we still SV kick Eminem? No, I've already done that.
Why can't I get in this car?
Because nobody likes that car.
E and click.
Just sits in the corner at discos drinking milk.
Oh, shut up.
I should probably not. Fuck. Shit.
Just remove it out. Then get in.
Oh no, we're not allowed to use them. Sorry.
I'm in.
He's using a physics gun. He is a hacker, my boy.
Someone's coming
Oh,
to
by
my
the way, in
house.
vehicles you can be damaged by explosions, can't you? No, because if somebody shoots you with an RPG, you can still be damaged. So, yeah, sitting in a chair the whole time won't save you. It will save you if you're quick. Yeah, but I could go. My house is on fire. Look at everything that's over there on fire.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
Oh, it's
whoop, whoop.
dubstep. I love this.
No, it's not dubstep.
Is that not dubstep?
That's Squidward. That's not Squidward.
That's
Zoid-
Squidstep. That's
That's Zoidberg.
Squid step.
Isn't Zoidberg the one out of Futurama? I don't know who that is. I'm gonna go into this person's house. Don't.
damn it.
Once you're dead, you're not allowed to
Yeah.
fight back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
once
taking
you're
up
dead.
the
Max, you weren't allowed to do it. Once you're dead, you're not allowed to fight back.
Oh, I'm alive.
I killed you though.
Yeah, but I'm alive now, aren't I?
Alright, give me time to get my guns back, please, Alex.
Sorry, Max.
Hmm?
Sorry, I just killed you. Oh, right, were you still alive?
Me?
Yeah. Were you
No.
dead? Oh, right, you were dead.
Why didn't my mines work? I had like 100 mines out the front of my house and they didn't
Just
work.
ran over the wall and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Alright,
Just
resuming game in... Now.
Wait, what?
You're still dead, by the way.
You me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at Alex with his Farcry Humvee and little red thing.
Don't you flying up there, fella?
Whoa.
Edge.
Was that
Whoa.
you? Did you just win?
Yeah.
Oh.
Blew up. You drove straight to
Look,
it.
if you hold down C and right click, it says body groups, and I tick Tau Cannon, I'm dead.
I take Tower Cannon and I'm dead. So is that the end of the video?
Yeah. Thanks for watching the Garry's Report. Come back next time.